Greetings, my melanated people, God's people. Man, it is a beautiful, beautiful evening. And I'm out here where I usually am at dusk, sitting on my porch, just contemplating, meditating, and just being one with the universe. A very serious topic approached my mind. I was getting ready to come out here, and I remembered sitting out here yesterday having a conversation with a person who recently tried to take their life. And there are a lot of people contemplating such things. These are difficult times, these are troubled times. And a lot of people are struggling. And I just wanted to put it out there that I know what that feels like. I was almost successful in taking my own life on 2 occasions. And things become overwhelming. And basically, to be truthful, I was suicidal for the majority of my life, up into the past 5 years. And I'm not telling anybody what to do. Remember, this is a channel for healing. I'm just telling you how I heal, and it may help you. It may not be for you. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can skip over it and go on to the next one. But Christianity was not, religion period, was not for me. I struggled with it massively. I was even a minister, associate pastor, but never quite fit in. Because I have always been a truth seeker. And someone who wants to know why. And I always pushed that down. Wouldn't allow myself to think about the discrepancies, the way people behave and act. And all of these things that were really overwhelming for me. But once I began the path of spirituality, of seeking out my ancestors, a weight was lifted off my shoulders. And I started to become a better person. I started to go back to people who I'd wronged and apologize to them, instead of hiding it. Because all religious people say you can't hide anything from God, but yet and still they try to. The biggest thing that helped me was being honest with myself about who I was, what I liked, what I didn't like. And then it became easier to change when I wasn't changing it because thou shalt not. I was changing it because I want to. Because this is what I want to do. This is real. Not because there are 10 commandments or anything like that. The first thing that helped me, and I told you I'm going to tell you things that helped me. The first thing that helped me was finding the Lakota code from the Lakota Indian, the Sioux Indian, that code that they live by. You know, I have it on my wall in my den so that I can look at it occasionally and see what I need to work on. And I'll just give you a few of them. There are things like, you know, you don't cut people off. You don't degrade them for their thoughts or their opinions. I had a bad habit of doing that. Okay, so that's something that I'm still working on when I get into conversations about spirituality, even with other spiritual people. I'm still working on that. It talks about, you know, that you don't get upset with people who are lost. They are lost and all you can do is pray for them. It talks about rising with the sun and praying to the Creator, to the Great Spirit, to the universe, to the ancestors, whatever you want to call it. and letting the universe know, letting the Creator know, letting God know that if you speak, the Creator will listen. Talks about not gossiping and talking about other people. It's just a lot of good things that started me on my way. And then I found I think it's 42 codes of Mayat. And now I have them posted at my desk. And occasionally I read through them, And there is no, in the codes of Mayat, there is no thou shalt not. It's just puts it in a positive term. That this is what we do. That this is what we do, So, with that being said, I know we're talking about being down and depressed and coming out, but I'm telling you the things that help me to come out. These things help me to see things from a different light and from a different perspective. And to realize that happiness comes from gratitude about what you have, not from what you achieve. I'll say that again. Happiness comes from gratitude for what you have, not from what you achieve. That was something that I had to learn. And so when we're talking about being suicidal and taking of your life and things of that nature and being so depressed that you feel like you just can't go on, I never want to go back to that again. Some Jehovah's Witness came about a year ago, and I was down at my mother's house working, and they came over and they wanted to talk to me. And we had a conversation that went on for a minute, and finally I told them, look, we really don't, I was very respectful, nice, I don't know exactly what I said, but I wasn't rude. I just told them, look, I'm happy. I spent over 50 some odd years of my life being unhappy, being miserable. I said, and for the past, and at that time it was just 3 years. And for the past 3 years I have been happy. There's nothing you can tell me that's going to make me go back to that, to a religion. Nothing. Because I'm at peace. And I'm not giving up my peace for your religion. I have a direct link and a direct relationship with the Creator. I'm working to strengthen my connection to the divine. I don't need to go to church on Sunday because I commune with the Creator every day, every morning when I get up, when I'm outside, when I go fishing. Sunday is a spiritual day for me, like I told you. Sometimes I take that spiritual day and go fishing. And I find more peace and more connection to God than I ever did with the theatrics of a church. Now, I'm not putting down church. Church is for some people. Once again, if this don't resonate with you, if you're happy in a church and you're not miserable and you're not struggling, then fine. This is for those people who are like me, who didn't understand it all and who were seeking truth. Okay, everybody's not seeking truth, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not putting anybody down. I'm not talking down on anybody. But the truth was important to me. And it became apparent after much study and research that I was being very disrespectful to my ancestors. To think that these are practices and things that they did for thousands upon thousands of years before any European ever came up with any of this religion stuff. Long before that, to think that they were wrong and that the Europeans have the answer. That's all I'm saying. So to be at peace is very important to me. But I'm going to wrap this up. I didn't intend for this to be that long. But what I wanted to say to you, if you're out there struggling and you just feel like there's no hope and there's no way, give spirituality a chance. Give it a chance. Heal yourself, because that's what spirituality is all about. Heal your inner child. Do your shadow work. Work with crystals. Meditate. Meditation has really helped me over the past year. And don't get frustrated with your meditation process, because when I first started, man, it was so hard. I start, stop, and that's because I didn't really understand what meditation was all about. Now I get up every morning and I meditate without fail. And sometimes I will meditate at night, and I'm starting to meditate longer. Don't try to start out. I started out with the 3-minute and the 5-minute guided meditation. And once I got comfortable with those, I started extending them on my own and coming up with my own meditations is the stage I'm in right now. I still use the guided meditation, but like this morning, I just got up and I just meditated on my own, guided my own self through my meditation. The problem, I don't want to make this too long, but one more thing. The problem with religions is they tell you how to think. And the freedom of spirituality allows you to research and to think and to teaches you to trust your inner self. Because God said in the Bible that He made us in His own image. And if He's a spiritual person, a spiritual being, He made us in His own image. We're spiritual, and He made us in His own image. We know right from wrong. We know what we should be doing. You have to learn to trust your inner self. Because most of my depression, I can't speak for anybody else, most of my depression came from trying to please other people and caring about what other people thought. Well, that's all I've got for you, my melanated people. I just want you to be healthy, be strong within who you are. So if you're struggling, put feet to soil. Believe me, it helps. Take in plenty of sunlight. Believe me, that helps. And most of all, trust and love your melanated self. Blessings and peace be with you, my melanated people.